privacy is a lie we tell ourselves to feel safe. But a secret? A secret is a parasite. It doesn't just live inside you, it eats its way out. Welcome back to RayReels. Today we're dissecting 10 Hollywood films where one hidden affair unraveled careers, families, and entire lives, and the people involved never saw it coming. Stay for number 1, where a world-class career became a televised suicide note. Starting our countdown at number 10, Deep Water, 2022. Vic Van Allen treated his marriage like a science experiment. He let his wife have open affairs, not out of generosity, but because he believed he could control the chaos. To scare off her latest boyfriend, he casually confessed to a murder he didn't commit. Then a real body surfaced in their pool. The experiment lost containment. The man who thought he was running the show became the prime suspect in his own trap. The RayReels verdict: he didn't bring darkness into his home to save his marriage. He brought it in because he finally had an excuse to let his own inner monster out. Our next subject didn't participate in any affair. She simply watched one, and the secret she witnessed was already pointed at her like a loaded weapon. At number 9, The Voyeurs, 2021. Pippa's mistake wasn't cheating. It was watching. She spent her nights spying on the couple across the street, convinced she was just a harmless observer. Then she got involved, trying to fix a story she never understood. The affair she was watching wasn't a secret. It was a trap. Her curiosity was the trigger. She ended up permanently, physically blinded, the person who wanted to see everything left unable to see it all. The RayReels verdict: when you spend your life staring into someone else's secrets, eventually they start staring back. If you're new here, please subscribe and drop a comment letting us know where in the world you're watching from. Now, back to the case files. Pippa's error was getting involved in something that was never hers. Our next two subjects had the opposite problem. What they had was entirely theirs and they still destroyed it. At number 8, Fair Play, 2023. Luke and Emily were high-stakes analysts, secretly engaged, hiding their relationship inside a corporate world that treats emotion as a liability. The moment a single promotion hit the table, the secret that held them together became the weapon they used to tear each other apart. It wasn't a breakup. It was a total war. They won the corner office but they lost their souls. The RayReels verdict: they didn't choose power over love. They discovered that for people like them, power was the only thing they ever truly loved. At number 7, The Girl on the Train, 2016. Rachel watched a couple she believed was living the life her addiction had destroyed, every day from a train window. Then she witnessed a secret kiss. Then the woman vanished. Rachel regained consciousness with blood on her hands and a memory wiped clean by alcohol. The affair she witnessed wasn't the crime. It was the smokescreen for one. She wasn't losing her mind, she was being used by a secret that was never even hers to carry. The RayReels verdict: holding a secret is hard. Trying to remember one you've already forgotten is a death sentence. Rachel was used by a secret she stumbled into. Our next subject invited the world into hers, and the world never left. At number 6, The Idea of You, 2024. Solene was a 40-year-old mother who believed she could keep a quiet romance with a global superstar entirely private. It lasted 72 hours. One photograph multiplied across 10 million screens and the connection they had built was retroactively declared public property. The world didn't just watch, it judged, harassed, and ultimately consumed everything they had. The relationship was real. The world simply refused to let it exist unobserved. The RayReels verdict: their love didn't fail. It was crowded out by 10 million strangers who mistook someone else's life for entertainment. Solene was exposed by strangers with cameras. Our next subject was dismantled by someone with a screenplay, and a mandate to dig until she found the truth buried underneath the story everyone agreed to tell. At number 5, May-December 2023. To the world, Gracie was a woman who followed her heart. In reality, her love story was a mess frozen in time. When an actress arrived to study her life for a film role, the carefully maintained surface began to crack. Every interview stripped away another constructed layer until what remained wasn't a romance. It was a decades-old case of manipulation dressed in the language of love. The truth didn't set anyone free. It became a prison with no visible walls and no exit. The RayReels verdict: some secrets don't get better with age. They just rot silently under the surface. Gracie's secret needed decades to fully decompose. Our next subject had no such timeline. Her secret had a 24-hour window, and a 21-year-old holding the timer. At number 4, Baby Girl, 2024. Romy was a CEO who spent 20 years building board-level authority, the kind of power that takes a lifetime to construct and 1 week to completely dismantle. She entered a secret affair with a young intern, voluntarily trading her command for a moment of total surrender. She believed she was still controlling the dynamic. She was not. The intern understood leverage better than she did. Her entire legacy, every deal, every decision, every year of discipline, placed in the hands of a kid who had nothing to lose. The RayReels verdict: She spent 20 years building a throne just to let a stranger burn it down for a single moment of honesty. Romy handed over power she had earned. Our next subject inherited a structure that was never stable enough to survive what was buried underneath it. At number 3, Our Fault 2025. Noah and Nick were step-siblings performing the role of a stable, functional blended family. Beneath the surface, a fuse had already been lit. Their secret wasn't a romance. It was a wrecking ball. When the truth detonated, it didn't break two hearts, it leveled the entire household. No one walked away from the blast. The RayReels verdict. They burned down the family tree just to feel the heat of a single spark. One household, demolished from within. Our next subject didn't take down one family. They took down 5, simultaneously, before sunrise. At number 2, Blissful Lies 2025. This was a group of wealthy, perfect friends living in a private bubble. Everything changed when one digital file was leaked. It proved that the group's favorite couple hadn't just been unfaithful, they had been sleeping with everyone in the circle. At the same time, 5 marriages ended in a single night. The secret didn't just leak, it exploded, leaving nothing but empty mansions and divorce papers. The RayReels verdict. In a world where everything is backed up to the cloud, there are no secrets. Only evidence waiting to be used against you. At number 1, Obsessions 2025. Elias Thorne is a world-renowned investigative journalist. Pulitzer Prize recipient. The man the public trusted to drag the truth out of the people who held power. While embedded in the investigation of a sitting senator, Elias initiated a secret affair with the senator's wife, believing it gave him proximity, access, and an advantage. He was operating in his own mind as the hunter. He was the bait. He didn't realize he was being filmed the entire time. During a live TV hearing, the senator didn't defend himself. He just hit play. 60 seconds of footage destroyed Elias's career and his life in front of the whole country. He went looking for the story of the year, he became the headline of the decade. The RayReels verdict. He spent his life hunting the truth. He never realized the truth had already caught up to him, and had been waiting patiently for the right moment to strike. We've come to the end of the rankings. One question before you go. Which of these 10 people knew exactly what they were risking and chose it anyway? Leave your verdict in the comments. For more psychological deep dives into the movies you can't stop watching, hit subscribe and join the RayReels community. I'm Ray. See you in the next case study.